The door is locked.
Door's locked.
Sergio's and Maxwell's house is all powered by Audio Technica. Round of applause.
Let's
for the family in
go.
the building.
It's a nice space, man.
Dude, this is a really comfortable, like, cozy ass space.
I'm
right?
cozy right now,
Thank
and
you for
it's
wiping
freezing.
your feet before you stepped into Maxwell's house.
Of course.
The heat is,
Always.
The heat
Look,
is
bro,
always
you
on.
haven't even checked.
I
haven't
did. I
peeked.
was gonna
Okay.
say the fresh,
Come on.
icy white skis.
Fresh out the
dog.
box.
Damn, you did that for me, bro.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
I saved them. I got them for Christmas.
Yeah.
Santa brought them. Shout out Santa.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what's like the first thing I have? Because I always like to have like fresh white Air Forces for
Have to.
stage, press, whatever. And I was like, oh, I have the podcast coming up. So
Fam.
boom.
How many? Let me just go ahead before we really dive into the conversation. How many Air Forces do you think that you've gone through over the course of your professional career?
I don't even know.
Damn.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like at least 50.
Damn, bro, for real.
Yeah,
Dog, I'm gonna have to call you. Like
I've got, because I'm also a little extra with it. Like, I will.
You're like you're like the Fat Joe in my family.
Yeah,
bro. Like brand new, fresh, icy whites.
I know some people, they're like, they don't like their shoes too clean.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's something about the fresh white Air Forces for me that, like,
Those are cleaned up.
it adds to my confidence. I'm all about, like, if I have fresh white Air Forces, a fresh haircut,
Okay.
and a fit that I feel fresh in, unstoppable. No one's stopping me. Let's go.
How much on your shit? No, I'm just playing.
Oh, yeah. The
That dude that
TikTok.
does it on TikTok.
Yeah.
Nah,
that's
but
funny.
you're always clean, bro. And
Thanks,
that's been
man.
something that it's been apparent since we've known each other. Bro,
Thanks,
we've
bro.
known each other for like almost a decade.
Almost a decade. Yeah, we were talking about 2016 earlier, and I was like, that is 10 years ago now.
That's 10 years
Insane.
ago.
Time is flying.
2026 is the new 2016, man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm living with that kind of energy
Yep.
because I just think that the world needs it. I felt
Yeah.
like in 2016 we were catching a vibe.
100%. I think it was just like, I don't know. I mean, I think COVID happening definitely shifted a lot, and you know, it was good for all of us too. I think we all grew and learned a lot. But yeah, I mean, the world was just like, it felt fun.
Yeah.
It felt fun, and
Carefree.
I feel carefree, and I feel like it's starting to go that way. At least with, like, you know, there's excitement in TikTok, and there's excitement in like these public events again, and the festivals and all
Yeah.
these things. I'm going to Coachella for the first time.
Say
and
word.
Yeah,
You already
this-
got your tickets and everything,
got
bro?
my- yeah, I'm doing the payment plan because like
Yeah,
that
hey,
ticket is
come on,
hella.
this is hella, dog.
It's
Yo,
hella.
being out there in the
But-
I haven't done Coachella. I've
Yeah.
done Stagecoach because Coachella's been too tough for me to get the ticket.
Bro,
Being
yeah.
in the Valley, but you're going Sabrina Carpenter,
Yeah.
Justin Bieber year.
Yeah, Sabrina, Justin, and Karol G. So
Karol
I was
G,
like,
dog.
all right, if there's a year that I go, because like I'm not a festival guy, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
they're cool, but like it's a whole thing
It's a whole
that
thing.
I personally don't have the, what would you call it? Like the
Bandwidth.
the
I don't have the
bandwidth. Yeah,
bandwidth.
it's
Yeah.
a lot. It's a lot of energy. It's a if not an all day 2-3 day thing.
It's a lot of
It's-
fresh, icy white Air Force Ones, dog.
Yeah, yeah, that get ruined, bro. That get ruined, so it's a
It does.
nightmare. Nah, but yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, if there was a year that I attend Coachella, it's definitely this year. So
Dog.
I'm
Oh,
pumped.
Man. Listen, I gotta focus.
Yes,
I got
let's
questions.
do it.
I've
Let's
got
get
an
it.
agenda. You
Yes,
know what I'm saying?
sir.
No, not really all that. It's really all about just kicking back and relaxing and
Yeah.
learning, you know, not only about your story a little bit, but more importantly for me and for the fans who tap into the podcast is where you're headed, bro.
Yeah.
Because you are on a trajectory that just continues, and we've talked about it in the past, is it levels up every single time we have these conversations. And what I reflect on is us leaving each one of those conversations in the past knowing that it was going to be another level up,
Yeah.
and it is a level up. So
Yeah.
for me, it's a sense of pride to see you really step into your greatness and to continue to walk, pun intended, in the fresh icy white, you know, Air Forces,
Yeah.
but moving forward. So we do
Man.
need to start though. Back in the day, man, what prompted you to even audition for a reality? I don't know if I've ever
Yeah.
asked that question.
No.
What
No.
was the feeling in your stomach that you knew that this was something, that music was something that you wanted to pursue?
Yeah, well, it's something that I've always loved my entire life since I can remember, since I was 6 years old. And funny enough, 2 nights ago, I had dreamt that I was taken back to the exact moment where
Damn.
I vividly remember that I like truly fell in love with music. It was a crazy, crazy vivid dream. It was me, like today,
Yeah.
walking into the church, to the back pew, into the exact, like, I don't know if it was the last row, but like second to last row, one of those. So I remember I was there with my mom, and I just walked in, and I walked to my right, and I was there, and my godfather was there because he was the one that was playing, and I just remember I was just so into the music, and my mom was like, "Be still, sit still," and I was like, "I can't. This is dope." And that's how it all started. But yeah, 2 nights ago, I was like brought back to that. I dreamt that, and I woke up and I was like, that is crazy. I was like, I haven't like experienced that. I think about it every now and then. So it was really cool. And I don't know, I kind of took that as a reminder that like I'm starting to fall in love with music again. And that's the reason that I'm even doing this, you know?
That's amazing.
And for a while, it was just like, you know, I got to build my career and a little too focused on like the numbers game and all of that stuff that comes with growing anything. But yeah, I mean, it was just something that I always knew was going to happen.
For sure.
I can't tell you like why, besides the fact that I just love it and the fact that I just knew because I had the drive to make it happen. That was it.
Dude, that's so cool to think and to know about you just really pursuing what felt right in your heart.
Yeah, it felt right. I was, you know, a lot of people watching probably already know, or some don't know, but yeah, I was pursuing soccer professionally and trying to play D1 and all these things. Got injured, the classic story. I feel like a lot of people have that.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, just everything kind of lined up and kind of showed me that music, I should focus a little on music. And yeah, I just knew it was going to happen. It was never a doubt, a question, a fear, a worry. Like, I was just like, oh yeah, I can. Like I always felt making a music career like if I was like, I'm gonna go put together this chair, you know, and build it. And yeah, after
every step
and after 2 years of just like YouTube and busking and throwing myself out there and all these things, I was like, I had gained the confidence to take the next step.
These no cars, man, because you know it's so cool to me to see you follow this and have the conversation go this way, because these are questions that I had that I'm so relieved that you're answering. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. So that's essentially where I gained the confidence to. I got to a point where I was like, okay, I built a solid rhythm. I was like, if I'm not in school, I'm rehearsing, practicing, performing, whatever it is. Like, and everyone locally knew that after a while, like, oh yeah, he's really going for it. Like he's everywhere right now, just in our little hometown. So I was like, all right, I think next step, I'm just gonna start auditioning for singing competitions on TV, because I that's all I knew that could help me get to the next step in my career. And so I did all of them, didn't get anything, and then I got called back for one, and I was like, okay, this is sick. But then I got called for the boy band one, and at one point I was at the dinner table with my family with 2 exclusivity contracts, and we were like, what is happening? And
Did anybody at the time in the family know what an exclusivity contract was?
No, I think that's why we were all there, because we were like, let's read this.
Let's figure this out.
Yeah, and you know, my dad grew up like, my dad has he built his company, you know, from the bottom up, and so he's familiar with contracts and stuff. But yeah, I mean, we're all there like, this is crazy. What is happening?
You know, it's wild. It's like that D1 contract that was sitting there that you were pursuing with sports. You're like, okay, do I go and play soccer here, or football here?
Football, yeah.
Do I go and play it at this school or this school? Like, that's what you were faced with.
Yeah, so to audition for all these shows, it was the confidence in myself, that just the confidence in the fact that, like, I knew I was going to do whatever work I had to do to make it happen.
Well, then I'll ask, because I mean, a lot of the stuff that I was gonna ask in this kind of part of our conversation, you hit right on the nail. You know, just the drive, the persistence, and I guess the follow up then would be like, what did you learn that prepared you? You know, what you learned then that prepared you for your solo career where you're at now?
A lot, man.
Yeah,
I've actually tried my best to tap back into my 14-year-old self.
Dope.
The last year, like more than ever, because I realized that I had this unwavering faith. Like it was like I remember that I was like, yeah, I want to be an artist. Like I said, I thought of it like if I'm gonna go freaking cut something out and tape it on the wall, like I was like, I'll make it happen.
That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna art
yeah,
puzzle. It's about to be there.
Literally. So I've been tapping a lot into that mindset, and I've been reflecting more than anything.
Sick.
Reflecting, and I think that's why that dream happened, because I've put so much intention to falling in love again with music the way that I did as a kid.
Yeah.
And I've been putting so much intention to bring back the unwavering faith, the confidence, and just drive to make it happen, because I think over the last 5-6 years, the biggest thing that I've had to navigate is just growing up, finances, figuring out where I'm living, adulting, and realizing that, like, there's a lot to life and adulting. And also I just feel like a lot of insecurities and doubts and fears were being thrown at my face. So yeah, I just think that tapping into my 14-year-old self and that mindset has helped me a lot recently.
Well, in finding your voice, and finding your sound, what or how many, you've obviously had to make adjustments, along the way. What were some of those adjustments as you start to realize, like, I just need to love music like I did when I was 14, or this is the direction that I want to go with my sound. There were some times when you gave us a whole lot of Spanglish, which was fire.
A lot. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, what were some of those adjustments that you chose to intentionally make as you continue to guide your solo career?
Yeah, I think I've mentioned this a couple times in some recent conversations. The development of my craft and sound and artistry has truly just been my development as a human.
Yeah.
And the more that I work on myself, the more I get to know myself, and the more that reflects in my artistry. And the Spanglish, I've always tried to figure out what's the formula of the Spanish and the English, and what should I represent? Am I gonna do Spanish? Am I gonna do English? Am I Mexican? Am I American? Am I all these things? And like, the reality is I am all of this, and I think it just should be a reflection of where I am right now, right? And I mean, you've heard the recent demos. There's a lot more English than there has been, but I think because that's just where I'm at in life right now,
Which
and
is totally okay, because it's not like you're abandoning.
No, I'm not. And
no.
That's the thing, is I've been having a lot of conversations with people that we're working with, is like in terms of like the marketing thing and how I'm putting myself out there, is I want to just be so unapologetically myself that if you hear my name or if you know me, you know that I'm Mexican American and that I'm bilingual, right? And that's it, and my music reflects that. Like I tried to calculate so much, but like recently I've heard a quote of calculation, too much calculation can lead to miscalculation, and I felt like for a while
Did somebody mark that moment, that section where he said that? That's yes.
Yeah,
dog.
and
wow.
I not to say that like when I was being super tedious with everything, it was wrong. It wasn't. That last project was awesome. Yeah. I was just talking with Dom about it. Like I listen to that a lot. A lot of people will show me that they're listening. I love it, but that's also where I was in that time of my life. I was just alone and consuming English and Spanish, and I lived with my brother and his girlfriend. We spoke so much Spanglish. Like it's truly just a reflection of where I am in life right now. I'm currently living in Nashville, and I am not forcing the Spanish. People know I speak Spanish, and I hope that just by like even an interview like this or anything else, people can just get my vibe that I am Mexican American, I'm bilingual, all these things. So I'm just trying my best to not like
pigeonhole yourself or
yeah.
to, you know, walk a particular direction, forcefully walk a particular direction when it might not be where
Yeah.
the world is guiding you to
Yeah, and
stroll.
the adjustment, as you asked, it was truly just when I was like, I just got to keep it real to where I am right now.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at right now.
Let's talk about moving to Nashville, dude, because
Yeah.
I didn't know until we, you know, were
This
able to catch up
morning,
here this
yeah.
morning. I was like,
I
yo,
know.
in Nashville there are so many dope artists who are finding a lot of confidence, like you mentioned, just finding a lot of themselves in Nashville, they're finding a lot of collaborators and finding their family, their team in Nashville, dude. Shout out to some of the folks who are in your life now that are helping you discover this version of, you know, this I don't know, this version of Serge.
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely an answered prayer. Like, just up front, I vividly remember 2025 January. I was like, I hit a wall. I was like, what am I doing? I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't really have a developed artist project yet. I had tried a bunch of different things, and we did the project, which was awesome. But then, you know, I was trying to figure out what was going to be next, and I didn't have anything ready next, right? And I was in Miami, but I also felt a little stuck and isolated as well. I feel like in Miami, there's a specific rhythm that everyone is in as a creative, at least in the music industry. And I felt like I was trying to find my way in there, and I did meet great people, but I just didn't know if I fit with the wave that is there right now.
It goes to everything you just said about a minute ago, bro. That was a time of your life. It was a time, you know what I mean? And now it's like you're growing, you're learning more.
Yeah, and I took a few trips to Nashville throughout 2024, and every time I went, I had made my best music. And I remember I was just like, I remember I prayed, bro. I was just like, that everything was multiplied. Resources, connections, my creativity, because I was just stuck. I didn't know what to do. And through a conversation with my team at the time, we were like, let's try Nashville. Like, I was like, sure, I guess, yeah.
But you visited before.
I visited, but I was like, this is the first time where I was truly going to live alone, or at least not with family. And, you know, thankfully, I had already some relationships established, but I had to do.
I don't want to cut you. Living alone, you were still doing your own laundry when you were living with family, right? Like, or were your family and friends doing, like, living alone now? You're having to do your own laundry,
everything.
You're cooking for yourself. But were you doing that when you were back home with the family too, Serge, or were you relying on?
Nah, like, thankfully, my mom spoiled us. You know, like, she spoiled us for sure. But I've also been living away from home for a while now. Yeah. You know, I haven't lived at home since... You haven't lived
at home since, you've been touring the world. You've been, all across the globe.
Since 2020. Yeah. So...
But now, living on your own in Nashville, finding...
Yeah, it was a journey, man.
There.
Yeah, it was it's been a journey. I feel like I finally have a good circle of people.
Sick.
And, you know, I moved there. The timing of how everything happened was insane. Like... I crashed on a homie's couch for the first 7 months, and I just scrambled to find a job, and I landed a job as a busser because I was like, it's just the first thing. Yep. But also I was kind of pumped. Like, to be so honest with you, I was like, it's going to bring some money.
Yeah,
I need something.
Yeah. Consistency that you thrive. Yeah.
Consistency and... Yeah, man. So that kind of just helped me build a routine, and I just started throwing myself out everywhere, all release parties. I started to just hit up homies for sessions, and one thing led to another. Like, I found my core collaborators there, and it feels awesome. And I've been grinding it out. I'm still working, but transparently, like, I'm not ashamed to share that at all. And that's just a part of my life, and it's cool. Like, I feel like I've had to grow in so many different ways, but it's taught me to... I'm like always doing something right now. I'm
stay busy, bro.
Yeah, I am busy. If I'm not working, I'm doing content. If I'm not making it, I'm planning it. If I'm not planning that, I'm in the studio, or I'm constantly consuming and, like, watching interviews, trying to get in. Invite, I wouldn't want to say find, but invite inspiration. I'm trying to journal, working on my faith, on my mental, on my physical. Then I have relationships that I'm trying to also nurture. And, like, then I have just myself as well, and on top of all that, still finding time to just like have fun with friends. And yeah, I mean, I think all of that, like, it sounds like, whoa, it's a lot. And then on top of that, I travel a lot too, right?
Yeah.
But I think this year I'm trying to just keep that all as a rhythm, I'm always keeping a nice balance of it all.
And I could imagine a lot of that also, it breeds inspiration for music. And
Yeah.
yeah, and I mean, and that's a whole nother avenue, going back to how we've been talking. It's a whole nother thing of who you are at this moment that is inspiring and is helping to create this sound, this energy that you're feeling and that you're in right now.
Yeah.
Creatively, where do you feel like you are with this new music, dude? I've heard the music. All right, we're gonna get into that in a second.
Yes,
you
sir.
know what I'm saying? But yeah, creatively, how are you feeling in your heart?
Creatively, I feel very fulfilled.
Sick.
I feel very present, and I feel like I'm having the most fun that I've had in the last like couple years.
Wow,
and
that's dope, dude.
Yeah, and it's like, it feels great. I can't complain, like, because inspiration comes in waves. So, I think as a creative, yourself and everyone else here, like, when inspiration comes, you're on a high, bro. You're like, yo,
dude.
Life is great.
Yeah.
Inspiration's here. You don't know how long it's gonna last, but that's why you gotta ride that wave. But what I'm trying to do is just like keep the foundation of what invites the creativity, right? Because if I'm not on that wave that I'm on right now, I'm gonna feel like, oh, it's the end of the world. I suck. My ideas suck. I'm not gonna make anything as good as the last thing that I made. And it's like, no, it's just things come in waves, and the goal is to just stay in a state of inviting it in, being ready for it, and just being on your toes. What is life asking you to do? And right now it's asking me to double, triple, quadruple down on my craft, my creativity, myself, my mental, my faith, my relationships, my career, my essentially business that we're creating, like everything. And that's just what I'm doing,
This is what I've always loved about our conversations, dude, is that you're vulnerable, you're open, you're unapologetically yourself, whether or not you felt it at those times before when you were just a young lad.
Yeah.
But even to now, it's just like, it's I really appreciate you for being that way, and for just truly being willing to go there, not only with your music but with our conversations that we've always had over the years, bro. It's really been something that's been refreshing for me, because
Thanks.
It feels, and it's always been real.
That means a lot. And right back at you. I feel right now more intentional than ever with everything that I'm doing.
Yes.
And vulnerability is definitely one of the big words. There's a few words that I'm going into 2026 with. One is connection. I'm trying to connect more than ever with my audience, current audience and future audience, just genuine connection. Yeah. But how do you build that? Through vulnerability, relatability, and authenticity. Honesty,
there you go.
All those.
Yeah.
All the itties.
All the itties. Yes.
The itties.
Dog.
But yeah, man.
It makes so much sense.
And like musically, that's I guess that leads perfectly into what you're saying with
dog, I'm telling you, he must have saw the car.
Nah, I swear
bro.
I didn't.
Like,
but
it's just always, we were on the same kind of wave, bro. We were on the same type of vibe. Musically, let's go ahead and reminisce you, the first single of this new project.
Yeah, man.
We're not gonna mention the names of the other tracks that are also bangers.
Thanks, man.
That have been on repeat since I've received them for about a week or so.
Thanks, man.
But who are you thinking about, Reminisce You?
Reminisce You's crazy. That one is okay.
who you thinking about? Are we allowed to know who you're thinking about?
I won't. Nah, I won't like. Just I'll say a person from the past.
All right.
I'm not thinking about them. It was more so. I mean, I was just on my way to the studio, and normally, as I'm going to the studio, I have headphones on, and I'm again inviting inspiration. I'm listening to things that move me, all these things, right? Anything that catches my attention, I'll jot it down or just make a mental note and walk into the studio. But that day, I was just like, I don't even remember what I was listening to or thinking. Like, I was just there in the Uber, and I just got a random thought of someone from the past that I haven't
You
not
haven't thought
about
Yeah,
in
I mean, because
years,
honestly,
bro.
the lyrics of the song are exactly
yeah,
what you're saying.
yeah, like
But they popped in your mind. For no
yeah,
reason.
and I was just like, okay. And I remember I walked in the studio, and we, my producer Parker, he was like, "Yo, I started this piano melody, which is the beginning that you hear."
Whoa.
And I was like, that feels very like I'm well, I didn't say it in the time, but it feels like I'm reminiscing on something, on someone. But all I said in the moment was like, that feels like what I was thinking in the Uber. And they were like, okay, let's talk more. I was like, well, XYZ, explain story, and then the song kind of just, it wrote itself, bro. Like, it was a very, it's wild. And I remember saying in the studio too that day, I was like, it was crazy how the thought that I had, how we were all in the same energy, right? Like, I showed up with this feeling, and the producer started that feeling without us talking about anything.
There's no way you would know.
And the co-writer, Matt Orgel, he's an awesome artist as well, but he's been co-writing a lot on my project, and he just went in, and some phrases just started to just instantly come to, like, that whole pre-chorus. Like, I was talking to Parker for 2 minutes, and then Matt was like, "Yo, what about this?" And the whole pre-chorus was there. I was like, "Whoa." I was like, all right, let's write the chorus. And then we wrote the chorus. And then I was like, let's figure out it was literally like just puzzle piecing. And that's what creativity is, right? Like, that's what writing a song is. But that was the most like, oh yeah, this one goes here. Like, it was that. A lot of the songs that you heard actually were that.
We're very much just, it's big. It proves that music is bigger. It proves
it's
that
huge.
The energy is more important.
It's more important. Yeah, it's bigger than me, and
Yeah.
I don't do this for me. Like, I do this because I love it and for the impact, right?
Yes.
And yeah, I mean, that song is just such a real feeling, whether it's a romantic relationship, a platonic relationship, a family, whatever it is. It's a real thing. Like, we all go through phases in life where people are part of our lives, and then after a while they're not, and then you think about them. But like the song says, it's like, I don't miss you, but like,
I guess
you're in my bones. I reminisce you, and even the verse, I remember it's a very conversational. It's I'm fine, hope you are too, because how the hell would I have a clue? I'm like, it's again, I just and I said that multiple times in this session. I'm like, guys, I want to make sure that, like, I'm not. This doesn't sound like I'm thinking about this person. Like, it just a thought. They popped in your head, and it's normal. Everyone thinks about it.
That's why I instantly connected.
Yeah.
That's why anyone who has heard the song can, because we have all been in that moment. There was just a friend who I hadn't seen in a long ass time, but for whatever reason, it was just like, yo, I wonder how Christina's doing.
Yeah.
She's like the homie. Like, you know what I mean? But it wasn't like I'm, thinking about or, you know what I mean? I want to pursue. I just wanted to just tap in and just say, like, we had, and it wasn't even, it was a platonic, friendship. And I just, how are you doing? You know what I mean?
How you doing? And then the bridge too, like, made it very clear. I'm like, as we were writing the song, I was like, is this right or wrong?
Yeah.
Like, like, should I not be thinking this? Like, I am in a happy relationship and all these things. I was like, but again, the vulnerability aspect, even sending it, I was like, but, in that song, it's a very clear statement of where I am, what that thought did to me, and how I navigated it.
One of the things that we spoke about before, and fans and friends have seen and heard the interviews, is music is therapy, bro.
Therapy.
And that's one of the things that has been a thread that will forever connect us.
Yep.
How cool does it feel to continue to allow your craft to be your therapy?
Feels great. I think for a while it wasn't that.
Yeah.
For a while, like I said, I was trying to chase I was calculating too much. Way too much, man. Like, and I know that, you always hear that, like, the bigger you get, the more it feels like you start to kind of chase what made that song bigger or all these things. So I'm just trying my absolute best to just fall in love with music, right? Because the amount of fun that I'm having, and and the degree to that creating music has truly become therapy again is something that I don't want to lose. And I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I don't know how it feels to have a massive song and then get back in the studio. I don't know the pressure of that. I don't know any of these things. So that's why I'm just like trying to stay so present. But I know that that's a thing.
It's a thing.
You
yeah.
hear it, and I can 100% understand it. But that's why I'm trying just my absolute best to just focus on staying present and falling in love and reminding myself that I'm doing this for the art and the impact, and that's it.
Yeah.
And it's, man, it feels really good to write a song that helps me process my own thoughts.
And then it's amazing when your own thoughts are words or they're melodies that others can take in and they could put their own thoughts too. I mean, that's a powerful thing, bro. You've got fans across the globe who show up and turn out and sing along to the song.
Which is crazy,
Which is nuts, bro. I mean, weren't we just with Jonah, like you know what I'm saying, popping around like Europe for a few tour dates, and
that was a huge milestone and accomplishment. Him and I go back for sure, so we're good friends. But yeah, man, it was a very, very eye-opening experience because I genuinely, I knew we had some fans out in Europe from In Real Life, but like I had no idea that anybody would come out like for me, right? And there were a handful of people after every show that would be like, oh, I knew you from In Real Life, and like I know your song Always, or I love your song, like a Spanish one or whatever. I was like, what?
Was there one? I'm telling
like,
you,
what?
You guys gave him my cue cards, fam. Because I mean, I have this circle, you know, fans all over, and what an unforgettable fan moment. You know, maybe what's one that really hits your heart and stands out to you?
I remember vividly. It was in Munich, and
which is crazy. English is a second or third language. In Germany.
And it was just crazy, bro. Like I've reminded myself that I am living. I'm in it.
Yeah.
Like I am in it, bro. For a long time I was just like I'm not established. I don't have the deal. I don't have the this or that or whatever. But like the more I reflect, the more I realize like I am in it. I'm creating it. I'm stepping into it. And Munich, we arrived. That was like, we already had done a few shows on that tour, so that was like, I think just the middle of it. And that was the first time that like I got out the van, and then there were like people asking me for photos and to say hi and stuff. I was like, whoa, all right. And then the show happens, and at the end I'm meeting fans, and this girl comes up to me and she's like flipping out. I was like, what's up? Like, it was crazy. And she was just like, I've known you for a while now, and it's just cool to finally meet. And I was like, what's your favorite song? And she said Always, which was on my last project. And that song, I remember I didn't know if I wanted to put it on the project because it was so different from all the others. Where every song on that project, it's one world, but like they're very different. But that was a very vulnerable ballad that I was just like, I don't know if I should put it. And then I remember at one point I woke up and I was like, no, it has to be. It's very important to me. It's I feel like me at my core. And so for someone to say that with a song that was very close to not even making it on the project, and across the world, and for a song that is English and Spanish, I was just like, in Germany, it told me everything. It was like, just keep doing what you're doing, you know? And it reminded me that I'm in it, you know? I felt very just grateful, you know, at that time. And that's a memory that I honestly think about pretty often.
That's dope.
And I try to remind myself about it. Yeah.
Don't forget that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why you're doing it, bro.
Yeah.
Gonna shift gears. Got a couple of quick little games that we're gonna play here in Maxwell's
yeah.
house. All right, bro.
We're
gonna do a little finish the thought with Sergio.
All right.
Finish the thought here. I'm gonna start off the thought, and I just want you to continue on with the sentence. All right. Finish the thought, Sergio. The first song I usually play in the car is.
Well, recently it's been Reminisce You.
Hey, listen.
But outside of like one that's not mine, it's called whoa, why am I blanking out? The Prince Royce one. Te me vas. It's in Spanish.
Oh, Prince Royce.
Prince Royce.
Okay.
Yes.
Te me vas, Prince Royce.
Te me
All right,
vas.
here we
Yep.
go. Finish the thought, Sergio. Well, I think we kind of already know this, but yeah, if I wasn't a pop star, I'd be
There's a couple things.
a couple things, right? Yeah.
I love hair. I'd probably be a barber.
I did not know that about you.
I love
bro.
hair, man. I'd probably be a barber and like work towards opening a barbershop.
Okay.
Probably be a fitness
You could be
instructor.
fitness instructor. It could be soccer.
Soccer
like you said.
coach.
Yeah. Okay.
Couple things are
Okay.
probably.
I see you, Ted Lasso.
Yeah. I don't got the mustache though.
A couple things.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Couple things.
Finish the thought here, Sergio. One thing I'm way more confident about now than before is
My purpose.
yeah,
My vision.
as you should be.
Yeah.
As you should be.
Yeah.
Last one, dude. Finish this thought, dude. My go-to studio snack is.
I honestly don't eat in the studio.
Serious? You're going in there like empty belly, bro.
Yeah. I don't eat in the studio. I just feel it's a very weird thing for me, but I just feel like if I do eat, it's before or after. But
Okay.
I don't eat in the studio because
There's
they
no
also,
fruit snacks. No, you don't have
'Cause
a
my
bag
voice.
of chips. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
at least for me, like I
Yeah.
said, it's
Yeah.
for me. I want to like deliver my best vocals, and I also don't want to like. If I'm hungry, like I'll probably take a break and eat a snack. But
Okay.
like, if it's been that. Last time I did that, it was just a PB&J.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like, not even Uncrustable. He's like a
Mm-mm.
classic.
Just PB&J.
He stays hungry so he can create those.
Yeah,
Hunger
nah,
makes me,
but
makes me
don't-
create, fam.
I don't even. It's not even that. Like
No.
for me, I just approach studio and recording in a very like, as I said, I'm being very intentional with everything, and I just want to lay down my best vocals because sometimes you don't. You want to get the song out, or it has to progress and move forward, and
Yeah.
you don't get a chance to lay them down, and so I
Very
try my best.
intentional with every decision, dude. Which
Yeah.
is. I mean, again, it's purposeful. It's what you,
Yeah,
what
the
you say.
studio. Only thing I'm consuming is water and tea.
Damn. So
That's it.
that could be one of the house rules. You know what I'm saying? That leads us into this right here in Maxwell's house. We set down some house rules, man.
Yeah.
It's those things, some something to like live by, or
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, to laugh at. Like, so one of the house rules could be like no food in the studio. I
Yeah.
wrote down a couple of examples, man.
Yeah.
If you recommend a TV show and it's whack, you owe me 50 push-ups.
Damn.
That's
all right.
that's I'm just saying. That's a house rule.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Like, if you tell me to go and watch something and I can't make it past the first episode,
Yeah,
50
that's
push-ups,
whack.
dude.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
whack.
dude. What's a house rule? Something that we should live by, man. That we should go ahead and plaster on the wall here.
Just like in my
yeah, your everyday, yeah, just something like a word, something to live by.
I think just man. There's like two things I'm going back and forth on. Can I just say both?
I mean, one of the house rules is you have to pick one.
Okay.
I'm just playing.
Damn.
I'm just messing with you. Go ahead.
It's because
What are
they're
both
just
of them?
they're both as like they're just both equally important to me
Yeah.
and what I live by.
Let's run them.
Well, one of them is just focus on the step in front of you, not the whole staircase, right? Like that's just like a metaphor I try to remind myself a lot about. And the second is what was the second one? I blinked out, so I think we'll just keep it there.
We'll just keep it right there.
I hella forgot the second one. What the heck? But yeah, first one, just focus on the step ahead of you, not the whole staircase, because like you'll keep climbing it.
Yeah.
Just there's already so many things you got to focus on right there. So just like do that, and then next one, and then the next one.
Next one. It goes
Yeah.
to everything that you said that aligns with your character, with being intentional, with having a sense of, just a sense of a focus, a plan, just
Mhm.
kind of like knowing, like, hey, if you can accomplish this, there's no stopping you from accomplishing
No.
the next one.
No,
You know,
and
it's that leveling up that we talked about.
Yeah, and I remember the second one as you were saying
All right.
that, which is just truly, it's not even a motivational or like a cheesy thing, but like truly live out your day to the absolute fullest, because tomorrow's not promised. And I've recently been telling myself, like, it does not. Why has it always been a deep thing for me? Like, why is it always something you have to hear from a motivational speaker or like from? It's so true. It's so true. So why are you not gonna go for what it is that you feel like you should do? Well,
In this
that you
moment.
should do in this moment for in your life. It's not even like it's not a deep thought for me. It's
Yeah.
truly like I'm gonna be here and be intentional with you. I'm gonna meet people. I'm gonna enjoy my day in New York. I'm gonna probably film content. I'm
Yeah.
gonna continue to strategize. I'm gonna call my family. I'm gonna call and do all these, like, live today fully, because tomorrow is not promised, and
Bro.
you can make it all happen. And I hope that throughout my journey that I could just be an example of that.
You've always showed up, and you've always showed up with principle, with purpose, with I don't know, genuinity, if that's even a way to even say it. But, like, but you
I know what
always,
you mean.
bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, every time that we've just caught a vibe at
Yeah.
a show, you've stepped onto stage,
Yeah.
just knowing that, hey, I'm just going to give you my all no matter what. And that's
Yep.
what I've always, over the years, appreciated about our friendship, is that I know that
And
that's
I
what's gonna
appreciate
happen.
that about you too. I saw you
Oh, yeah.
doing all that, and I was also like journaling and all this, and I journaled. I remember at one point I was like, I see Maxwell over there, and I just love that we're gonna be here right now. That's it. That's all that matters. So
That's
thank you as well.
You're
Yeah.
very welcome, man. It'll be that, man. And speaking of journaling and writing down, one last thing, man. Do
Yes,
we have
sir.
a Sharpie marker, or did I just bring the book?
No way.
Now, Dom, did you come through? Did we get him a Sharpie marker?
Well, Lisa sent me that.
Oh,
I have a
I forgot.
pen.
Do you got a pen? You
Yeah,
got a pen?
it's in my backpack.
Yeah. Dom, producer, manager extraordinaire, is. Why'd you put the hood on when you went outside, dude?
'Cause
He
the
said, "I don't wanna
homie.
be on camera." The guest book, man. I'm gonna have you sign the guest book, man.
Sick.
It's a quote. It's a word. Maybe it's a lyric that, you know what I mean, that you live by. That's gonna remain in there for anyone and everybody who
Ooh, I
steps
have
into
one.
Maxwell's house.
Can I-
Matter of fact, I got one in my backpack if you want to grab it. This is how prepared we are around here. Like,
Yeah.
my cue cards got tape on here, looking janky
Bro,
as hell.
you had
You know
nah.
what I'm saying? We kick it. I got a thing of water and you don't.
I
feel
I
bad.
finished mine. You're good.
Okay, all right. Just
Yeah.
want to make sure, man. This is how we treat our house guests.
Yeah, I think I know what I want to write. I want to write, I cannot lose if I do not quit. Can't lose if you don't quit.
Go ahead and elaborate on that for me while we wait for the marker, dude.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Or we got a Sharpie and a pen.
Oh, we got a Sharpie and
Nice.
a pen. Thank you, man. Turn your head. You don't want to be on camera, Dom. Turn.
I'll take.
There you go, dude. Go with it with the Sharpie, dog.
Yeah.
But
So
explain and expand upon that.
yeah, I can't lose if I don't quit. Like, again, that comes back to just you gotta feed your confidence.
Yeah.
Right. Humble confidence. 'Cause that's all. Because if you think about it, everything that gets in the way, it's the ifs. We were talking about that last night.
Mm-hmm.
It's the ifs. It's the, I don't know. It's the unsure. That's the only thing that gets in the way. If you remove it, you're good.
You're good,
Again,
you're gonna do
it's
it.
not even a deep thing to me. I've tried to like rewire my brain. Not even tried to. I have been, and I'm gonna continue to, because it's helped me tremendously. It's just like how I approach, not even just my career, just everything.
Yeah.
And I won't and can't lose if I don't quit. I'll show up every day. That's it.
Dog.
That's
Go ahead
absolutely
and
it.
flash that in permanent ink right there, man.
I can't
This is my guy.
Lose.
This is
if
one of my favorite conversations, to all the cameras that are rolling, to our family here at Audio Technica House.
Thanks, man.
To my guy who will forever be a family member. Reminisce, we got that one. The
Yup.
rest of the music that is on the horizon, I have tried so hard today to not say an album title, a
Yeah.
song title, anything
Project
like that.
for sure.
Yeah, man, I've been just making sure the world is ready for you to
Yeah.
continue to step into your greatness, bro. And I just
I'm
want to say
excited.
thank you, dog.
That means a lot. The word
Yeah.
greatness.
Yeah.
That means a lot. I'm
Yeah.
trying my best to just reach my highest potential just as a human in
Yeah.
every aspect of it. And my craft obviously is a massive part of it. So hearing you say that means a lot. Thank
Nah,
you.
You're doing it. I use my words intentionally as well, dude. Round of applause, man. Give it up one more time. This is Sergio.
Thank you.
Check it into Maxwell's
Let's
house,
go.
y'all. Cameras, whichever one is rolling. Appreciate you.
Let's go.
Go ahead and smash that like button. No,